Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jules. In this video I wanted to talk about why it's important to know your passions, your goals. We live in a world that is very gray. We live in a very gray world, or we can live in a very dark world too. Sometimes we have our sunny days, sometimes we have our shitty days, but yeah, so I wanted to talk about why it's very important to know your passions, before you become an adult. Before you become an adult, make sure you know what you really deeply think about what you want to do, and really be aware of what this world will throw at you just like that once you turn 18. So, like, when I turned 18, I didn't even literally think about what I ever wanted to be when I grew up. Even though my teachers were all asking me at a young age, like, hey Juliana, what do you want to be when you grow up? I just be like, oh, I want to be a baby nurse or some shit like that. Well, I'm not a baby nurse. But then I got asked the same question when I got older. I said I wanted to be a fashion designer. But I don't even draw. I didn't really see myself as a fashion designer because I didn't know how to draw. So when people were just asking me what do you want to be when you grow up? I just be telling them like what I think or sounds nice. So it didn't hit me until I got into my 20s. For real, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm I need a job. Totally hit me as well. The fact that I needed a job was exactly what I got. And to be honest, I got the job, but it wasn't it was a good job. I started working at Walmart, but the job that I got wasn't really a happy job. It was, of course, customer service, of course, Walmart. But it was the worst Walmart in the world. I didn't know it was the worst Walmart in the world. I'm 18 years old. I need a job. I'm not, thinking about stuff like that. But when I got the job, I was miserable for years and days and months. But I was still getting paid. I was still going to work and stuff. But not knowing what my passions were was, the worst thing I've done to myself at 18. I didn't know what I actually wanted to be. I didn't know what I actually liked. I didn't freaking know myself. Then when eventually my only plan was to just get my license and bounce. And I did that. So I got my license and I bounced. And my goal was to find a job that paid me more money, which was Amazon. Amazon was really the only one that really paid more money. But I was still young, so I needed a job. But what drove me out of Walmart and why I quit Walmart was this customer. This customer, she actually encouraged me and made me realize to really quit. She basically told her daughter to make sure you go to college, referring to me, because I didn't say hello to her. So I didn't say hello to this lady, and I guess it pissed her off, and she told her daughter to make sure you go to college. So I'm like, oh, this bitch. After that, I quit Walmart. And then I started Amazon. And when I got to Amazon was a roller coaster. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story itself. But we're just talking about passions. We're talking about passions in this video because why it's so important to like know what you really truly want out of life is so fucking important. Because if you don't know what you want out of life, you will go through this path in life that you probably never wanted to go down in the first place. Like, you just basically went down this path that was just okay. Like, okay, let's just go down here. Like, let's just go down here. Like, we're cool, we good, we living, we're surviving. So yeah, you just allow yourself to go down this path, not knowing where it leads you. We don't know where we're heading anyway. So that's like something to like really think about. Like, when we just wake up every day and we just do what we do, but like we don't really think about where we're going. We just do what we can. So we don't have no full control over our own lives half the time. Like, we don't. Like, we just allow what is giving to us day by day. Allow that what comes to us. Or if we have faith, we go by like what God is giving us, or where God is leading us and all that. Whoever you believe in. But there are some people who don't have a deity to believe in. So they wake up like, just, what the fuck do I do with myself? They just wake up and just go ahead about their day. So I kind of think like we all kind of go through this thing where it's like we probably all don't know our purpose in life or our passions in life, and we are just given what is given to us externally. Like, we let what's outside of us control us. Like, we let other people control our what we wear, what we think, what we read, what we learn, and then we grow up and be that. And then we're raised around like where our parents came from and what was on the TV, and that's what we became. So that's really how a lot of us get trapped in this cycle of doing the same shit and not knowing ourselves enough to wake up and realize who and why we are here. I kind of stepped into the new age spiritual. I kind of stepped into new age spirituality. Crystals. Like, I got into crystals. That, I feel like that's like, I started meditating. Like, is what I started meditating. That's when I started like feeling more connected to who I was. In the outside world, like as far as family, friends, society, have no control over me now. And they're pissed off about that. Like, when you are pissed off at the fact that they can't control my life. Some people, some things, it's very hard to have control over your own life. The outside world just wants to control you, for their own power, their own benefit. And it's like, when you take your power back, they're mad. And it's like, you mad because I won't let you control me. Period. So the thing is about, we forget ourselves when we let other people control us, and we forget our own passions and what we love and what we truly desire in ourselves. Like, not lust. I'm talking about like your dreams. Like, your dreams. Like, what you always wanted to be like when you grow up. Like, what about that? Like, what about that? Why are we... It's always about what do you want to be when you grow up. I don't know. But what about the thing I imagine myself to be, or the things that I wish to have in my imagination, or the impossibility, what could happen. Like, we all had dreams to be this, we all had dreams to be that. And I think as kids, we know what our dreams are at a very early age. I think as children, we know what our passions are at an early age. But when we get older, we forget, or we don't think about it because we believe it's just for kids to have an imagination. I mean, is an imagination really just for kids? I mean, we were like, can adults have imagination too? Why can't we just like be born, have more control of ourselves and our lives, and be whatever we want to be like when we grow up? What's wrong with that? Like, I feel like I was born to be controlled by something or somebody else. That when I decided to take my power back, it was just like, oh, Juliana, oh, what you trying to say? Oh, you being weird. Like, oh, now you being weird. She's being funny. She's being selfish. You really decide to start thinking about yourself. That's when you become selfish, right? It's just me brought into this world. So there's gonna be people around in my life that I'm gonna have to deal with, and then there's people that I don't have to deal with. But at the end of the day, when I go to bed at night and lay my ass to sleep, and when I go to bed and I dream, whatever I dream is my world. So it's like, and then when I wake up, I'm not saying it's my world, but I'm saying I think we were born to be free. And we can sometimes be selfish. It's okay, because we have to take our power back, from other people and these jobs, and actually just start creating the life that we want. Like, what if we can create the life that we want? But why is it so impossible to do so? Is my question. But that's it for this video. But if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think. But that's it. See you in the next video. Bye.